no sheets, no comforters, no blankets, a little nightstand, and there was a baby with a shirt wrapped around it for a diaper and like no clothes, and the baby was like literally looked like she was blue. My name's Hannah and I've been sober 68 days. So my childhood was pretty good up until I started drinking when I was 11, and then everything kind of went downhill from there. My parents were arguing a lot and it just caused my mental health to kind of start to deteriorate at such a young age, and I started going to psych wards from the age of 12 to 16. I saw psychiatrists and therapists and nobody could really pinpoint exactly what was going on, so I had to deal with all that. At such a young age, it was a lot for me to take in, so my using and drinking worsened due to that. So my drugs of choice were heroin, cocaine, and alcohol. I enjoyed everything about each drug. Heroin made me feel like I was on top of the world. It made me feel this sense of overwhelming love that I didn't find anywhere else. I didn't find it with my parents. I didn't find it with friends. I didn't find it within myself. I found it when I started doing heroin. And then cocaine made me feel invincible because it gave me the self-confidence that I couldn't find anywhere else or in myself. And it created a whole new persona for me that was like, didn't care about anything or anyone, and I loved that about it because it made me feel indestructible. It made me feel like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it was just like unlike anything else. And then there was alcohol, and that was just like always a good time. That was for me an escape from all the mental illness crap that I was being told I had, and it was just a way out. It got me away from my family, it got me away from my friends. I was able to isolate and do my own thing and just sit with a bottle in my room by myself and be completely content. So the crazy experience while using was, I was in New York because that's where I'm from, and it was like the dead of winter, so it was like negative 30 degrees probably, and I needed to pick up heroin. So I reached out to my dealer and she said that we had to go to the main house where they had it. So I went, and it was like an abandoned storefront with like all boarded up windows. So we went upstairs, and like the stairs were all wooden and broken and stomped in. So we finally got upstairs, and when I looked, there was no furniture. It was like a tiny studio. There was no furniture. There's a pit bull chained to a pipe sticking out of the ground. And like you could see like the cabinets and the cupboards and everything were empty. And then it was basically the kitchen, I guess what would be like the living room area with the pit bull, and then there was one bedroom. And when I looked into the bedroom, there was a mattress with no sheets, no comforters, no blankets, a little nightstand, and there was a baby with a shirt wrapped around it for a diaper and like no clothes, and I was freezing, and like I was dressed super warm, and the baby was like literally looked like she was blue. I said I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, but it looked blue and like it was freezing. And then they went into, I guess, the kitchen area, and they opened the refrigerator, and there was no food in the refrigerator, just like so much heroin. And I remember like they grabbed however much I was getting, gave it to me, and they were like, all right, like that's it. And like that image has stayed in my head because of that poor baby. Like I've never experienced anything like that. So for a month straight, I was in jail every weekend, and my mom's super sick. And I remember it was one night I was going to New York City with my friend, and my mom was crying in her bed. She can't walk, and she was begging me to bring her to the emergency room because something was wrong. And I was doing cocaine off of her bathroom sink, yelling at her, telling her that I needed to go out and meet my friend and that I couldn't bring her. So I left my mom there, didn't bring her to the emergency room. And on my way home from the city, after being out all night drinking, partying, doing whatever, I got a DUI, and I woke up in jail. And that day I got out of court, whatever, I saw the judge in the morning, and I told my dad, like, I need help because it got to be too much. And after that whole incident with my mom, I knew something had to change. For me, going to detox and then going to a residential IOP program, that helped me the most, only because I was able to build a foundation before branching out to IOP. I was able to have like a network of women, a network of people to reach out to. I built that while I was in residential. And then once I moved on to IOP, like, I wasn't alone. I already had a group of people to help me. I'm most proud of myself for making the decision and taking the initiative to ask for help, because that was always a problem for me. But for me to come out to California from New York, like, that was my decision, that was my initiative, so I'm proud of myself for that. The advice I would give to somebody struggling with my drug of choice would be to ask for help. Don't try and do it alone, because I've tried doing that and it does not work. Definitely be open about it, be honest about it, and just reach out to other people, because there's always a solution. There's always going to be people that want to help you and that will help you. So.